Alright guys, the new Redcat RDS, a rear-wheel drive drift car that is fresh to hit the market. Mr. Shane McCooley here is going to run us through some of the specs on this new up-and-coming product that we're so eagerly and excited about.
Alright, so out of the box, it's brushless. It's got a 550 can motor, it's 3,300 kV, and it's got slightly less magnet than the normal one on the market, so it's got a lot less drag, which is really important in drifting. We've also got a drift spec servo, which has 0.11 for the speed. And then we also have a gyro. The gyro is extremely important in RC drift. With rear wheel drive, you really can't do it without. We've seen a lot of people try, but it doesn't work. So the gyro we've got in this is pretty solid. It's going to be a little different than like your normal basher gyro. It's made to keep it sideways.
All right, Shane, so we got this thing out of the box. Can you run us through a little bit about how this is all going to work when folks get theirs in their hands?
Okay, so when you open the box, you'll just slide it out. Comes with the radio. This will be in a bag. It's the normal Redcat 2 channel.
That should be our standard 2.4 gigahertz radio, the long-lasting radio that we've been using for the last couple of years.
And then underneath the box, you'll find this sticker sheet. This has the manual in it and a ton of extra stickers. Pictures will be on our website what these actually look like. And then you'll have a bag of suspension components. This has all your different toe block settings, which we'll get into later. It also has an additional bumper mount, just in case you don't want to use a splitter that's attached to the car. And then it has a duck bill for the body, which we'll get to later.
Now onto the car itself. I'm going to go ahead and remove this cardboard piece that sits on top. Normally speaking, if not in movie scene, the body itself does come wrapped in a plastic bag and then placed on top. So for the simplicity of the video, we went ahead and removed that. The body is equipped with a 2 magnet mounting system, one in the front, one in the rear, and the body just sits and goes. So taking that out, you're going to find 2 zip ties, one around the front bulkhead and one around the rear. After taking those off, you should be able to just lift the entire chassis off and have it set right there. So Shane, what are we looking at here?
All right, so this is our 2-wheel drive drift car. It's a full carbon fiber chassis, aluminum shocks, brushless, has a gyro, fast servo, tons of steering angle.
Shane, tell us a little bit about what people have to do when they first obtain this vehicle.
Yeah, so when you get it, you're going to want to check your endpoints on the gyro. The gyro out of the box is set pretty safely by the factory, so it's going to end up being about that much steering. If you know you're a competitive guy and you want to go to the track, you can get a little more steering out of it by checking the endpoints. Alright, so now we're going to show you how to adjust the endpoints. So you're going to want to find the bag with your suspension pins. This gyro tool is going to be in this bag. You'll take that out. Take your battery. This is a 3S 4500 pack. It's a regular stick pack. It'll fit the stock configuration. 2S is more common in these, but I want to show you can do it. So plug that in. Okay, so you're going to want to hold this endpoint button down and then turn the car on. Wait for it to flash. Okay, so now it's flashing red and green. You're going to want to take your steering, go all the way left, and turn your endpoint up until this fake caliper touches the lower arm. You're going to want to hold it to the left, click the endpoint button down, and then go to the right, make sure it's not over traveling, hitting the lower arm, and you're going to want to click endpoint button again, and let go, and you're good to go. The gyro should be blinking red like that.
Thank you so much for showing us how to set those endpoints, Shane. I'm sure that a lot of these folks are going to find that absolutely intuitive. Let's talk a little bit about the adjustability within the chassis itself. I noticed that the motor is adjustable. Can you explain a little bit more on that?
Yeah, so the motor is adjustable depending on where you want your weight bias, how much you want the chassis to roll. It changes the car quite a bit. So it'll come in this far rear upper position. You can move it slightly forward and then all the way at the bottom. If you're running kind of in your driveway or at a tennis ball court, you might want to put it on the low position. You don't need as much chassis roll in one of those locations. If you're running at polished concrete, P-towel, and actually like built RC drift track, you're gonna want it in this high position in the back.
I know that inside of the box itself, in the package, we bought them a lot of other tunability when it comes to the suspension. I know we have some aluminum oil-filled shocks. What is adjustable as far as the things that come with the car itself?
Yeah, so it's got, you can change your suspension pins, which comes in the extra bag. So you can change your toe, your anti-squat, pro squat, however you want to set up the car. You can also change your caster with some spacers on the upper and lower arms, front and rear. You can change your toe and your camber. So everything's adjustable out of the box, makes it easy.
I love that. Now, all that adjustability is great, but now there's one thing I love the most, and that's the way this bad boy looks. So tell us a little bit about this awesome body that is magnetically mounted to this chassis.
Yeah, so the body has two magnet mounts, one front and rear. It was designed by Nemo. He's designed our Kaiju EXT bodies. So he made this concept a couple months ago, right before we started this project, and then we asked him if we could use it because it looked awesome. And so we just changed it a little bit to match the 260-ish wheelbase that most drift cars are. And this is what we came up with.
And if I'm not mistaken, it also comes with light buckets?
Yes, it's got light buckets front and rear.
Light buckets on the front are actually these little slits down here in the bottom. And you're gonna have, obviously, the light buckets for the two rears.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, that's the new Redcat RDS. We're extremely excited about it. We can't wait to see what you guys do with it. It's a new, exciting project for us to have. Shane has put a lot of hard work into this thing, and only time will tell how you guys are going to enjoy getting sideways. So, from all of us here at Redcat, we look forward to seeing what you guys bring into the table. We'll see you guys soon.